I still have the pair of Nike shoes. I didn't get murdered at the Vivian Oaks back then. I went walking to the zoo and have a bunch of weird muddy crevices, or I think the word is crevices on the shoe. I still have the Nike shoes I had 5 years ago. I had posted on Instagram, I had Reebok shoes, right? Reebok shoes. And the Reebok shoes were back then in 2018. And I had the shoes, I showed the soles of the shoes. I wouldn't be able to think like it wasn't stolen from anybody who went to Sears and Metcalf and bought a bunch of red tops. I went to Best Buy and JCPenney store to buy a vest, and somebody else had a horseback. I'm not Julio's employee, Javier's employee, or whatever the fuck was horseback. This is the shoes from Vivian Oaks. Retro Rick is weird to have somebody that collects video games and a thirst for wanting to make a video game store maybe years later, like four years later. This PlayStation isn't worth taking if it's all like, if I had to wipe it down with Clorox wipe. I bought it at a Casey Retro store that had Netflix on it. I can go forth and show you that I can't log into it other than this, like the portion of having downloaded something on the hard drive that I bought. The hard drive is new, so if you buy something besides that, it says the receipts in the box. The debit card showed the receipts. It never beeps off. This shit didn't beep off like back then. I spent like $90 on these shoes. The carpet still isn't that bad. I'm gonna have to add a Bissell cleaner. You can log into Kids and watch Power Rangers. That guy looks like Skylar Wood. That's the original shoes that I bought during the year. I think the year is probably out there. Astro Blasters. Damn angry video game there had some weird aliens getting fucking slaughtered by a bunch of people traveling through time. I had this red Hoover Snake shirt back in 2011 in Watsonville Plaza where I bought that messenger bag after buying a reserved copy of Resident Evil 5 back then on the Xbox. So the Xbox only had so much space on it. I already played most of the stuff, but going forth, I played Ninja Gaiden initially on the Xbox, but they only saved after a certain amount of time. If you have something that oversides with the disc being, like if there's a circle on the disc, then the disc is going to be all scratched up. But I had played that with Evan back then, and going forth and knowing that this guy was like, well, he would help me out to a certain extent, but there wasn't nobody else was going forth and thinking that this guy was like full of himself. I'm not no Phil Moore don't have a Hooper Steak shirt. Phil Moore didn't go to the plaza back in the day. I don't know what year it is. Does it say the year? 2019. Yeah, 2019. It's 2019 on there. 5 years ago. I go walk in the zoo with this shit. I think I so with the zoo that had the crevices get all good mud and shit. They had a Bissell vacuum, Bissell steam cleaner that the wheel popped off of the Bissell steam cleaner. I steam cleaned it when Andrew was here at one point in time. Then we played the Mass Effect, the Andromeda, whatever the fuck with the EA. I played that shit, PS4 back then. That chair, Brian Cave, the chair was Brian Cave, and then they had as a thing about. It really was a Grand Ride for American Rules. This shit